Hey Lovebugs, it's Nikki from Call Me Ruby, and I pray you're having an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening whenever this message so finds you. Listen, you all, this is so impromptu. I am sitting on the porch enjoying my coffee. It's a beautiful day outside, y'all. It's in the 70s, and it has been like in the 40s and 50s the last few days, so I will take these 70s. Welcome to my new subscribers. I am so grateful to have you aboard. To those who've been with me for a while, thank you. You all are much appreciated. So listen, you all, I was sitting out here and I was just thinking about some things that transpired over the last few days, and I said, you know what, let me jump on here really quick and just share a really small nugget. I told you all in the last video that God had been speaking new beginnings to me the last few days, and I will indeed release that when the Lord is done adding to it. But until then, let me tell you all what happened. So yesterday, immediately upon coming outside, something from the left of me caught my eye. I look over, and right in front of my neighbor's house, you all, are these beautiful yellow flowers. And I didn't have my glasses on, so I could not identify what kind of flowers they were. I feel that unction in my spirit that God is wanting to share something with me. So I simply take a picture of it, and a few minutes later, I go in the house to identify these flowers. And you all, I was determined to find this flower because I know it's a popular flower, but for whatever reason, I could not place it in my mind at that time. But when I pulled out what this flower was, y'all, when I pulled it up, they were daffodils, you all. And so I typed in, what do daffodils symbolize? Because oftentimes there will be a meaning attached to that flower, or it will symbolize something, but you have to be careful in that though. You have to really be led by the Holy Spirit. But God oftentimes speaks to me through these things. And so I type in daffodils, and you all, I'm going to share the screenshot like always, but it said that daffodils represent and symbolize new beginnings and rebirth. And I just laughed, y'all, and I was just like, OMG, I cannot believe this. God, you are making sure that your children understand that we are indeed in a new beginning. We have shifted. And I know so many of you have felt that shift, have felt it for weeks, but are feeling it even stronger now. It's not God showing us in so many amazing and unique ways what he is doing and how he has shifted us in this season? Listen, y'all, I'm trying to stay calm because I don't want to talk too fast. Just know I feel like I'm going to take off like a helicopter right about now. And you all, I ran in the house because I was just so excited about what God had just shown me. I text my sister because we had been sharing things back and forth about what God had been showing us, and we had both been hearing new beginnings and rebirth and births and all these things. And so I'm texting her and I'm like, listen, you will never believe what just happened. I show her the picture and I tell her what I found out they represented, and she responds with a wow emoji. And I'm thinking it's because of what I shared with her. But no, a few seconds later, she sent me a picture. And you all, you would not believe what was on that picture. It was a daffodil. Someone from my sister's church had sent her that picture stating, look what came up. And my sister was like, already, wow. And she responded with, yes, one little sign of better things to come, or something to that effect. I will include the screenshot so you can see for yourself. But this woman had literally sent my sister a text message about a daffodil. But you all, I was just blown away. Who would have thought that me seeing those yellow daffodils, taking the picture, and being obedient in regards to investigating what the Lord wanted me to find out, sending it to my sister, only to have her return a picture of the exact same thing? You all, God is so strategic. He is so intentional, and he is making sure that we know exactly what he is doing. We simply have to open our spiritual eyes and ears to see and hear all that he is doing. So many things are hidden in plain sight. I sure hope you all are looking and listening. I can't stress that enough, but I'm gonna get out there right now. And what the Father just pointed out is that when my sister received that text from that woman, she responded back with, wow, already? And the Father said that is how a lot of us are going to be. We're going to be surprised, taken aback, even though we have known. The Father's been sharing with us that he's about to do this thing. When it happens, it's going to seem sudden by the way it happens. And that is exactly how I felt when I saw those flowers yesterday. I sit outside all the time. So the fact that I did not notice those until today, I knew that it happened suddenly. I knew that they must have bloomed really fast because I noticed everything. I'm pretty sure y'all figured that out. This thing is going to happen fast and you're going to be surprised. I have to read to you all what I saw when I looked up daffodil because I want you to see it in the spirit. Don't listen to it from the natural, but hear it in the spirit. Okay, this is what it said. The daffodil symbolizes rebirth and new beginnings. It's one of the first flowers to bloom at the end of winter, announcing the beginning of spring and signifying the end of cold, dark days. Did you all catch that in the spirit? So many things that I heard, but the first thing that stood out to me was the fact that it is indeed a flower that comes at the end of winter. The very end of winter. And not only that, you all, it's one of the first flowers to bloom. The first flowers to bloom, and it signifies that spring is ahead. It signifies and testifies to what is indeed ahead. God is saying he has given you sign after sign, confirmation after confirmation to let you know where you are. You are indeed in your new beginning. What he has said, what was prophesied is indeed now upon you. And what also stands out is that it is thriving, beautiful, and radiant even in the winter season. Even though it's still officially the end of winter, look how it is making its debut, you all. And another thing that really stood out to me as it pertains to the daffodil is that the bulb never stops growing. It is absorbing nutrients all throughout the year. It's growing all throughout the year, but it just has a certain time to bloom. Are you hearing that in the spirit? You are like that daffodil that in your wilderness place, whether you sow it or not, God was indeed causing you to absorb all of the nutrients that you needed for this new place, this new beginning. And now that you have done what you needed to do, most importantly, you've allowed God to do what he needs to do in you, and you've grown in him in the most beautiful of ways. And now you are in full bloom like that beautiful daffodil, shining bright, just so glorious. And listen, you all, I don't know how much more clear God can make it for us to know where we are. Throughout this message, I have been hearing first fruits. Every time I mentioned how the daffodils were one of the first flowers to bloom, I kept hearing first fruits, but I wasn't quite sure where he wanted to go with it, so I just waited until I heard more, and he just dropped it in, you guys. The Father is saying all that he is imparting in us, showing us about our purpose and who we are. He's wanting us to now go out and allow him to use those things. Allow him to use the very things that he built in this process, in this wilderness, to impact others. That is your first fruit. He has made all things beautiful in his time, and he's wanting us to use those very things to bring him glory, to offer to those who are in need of what he has done in us. What he always drops in my spirit is, this is not about you, Nikki. This is not about you. Everything you've been experiencing up until now in that past season has been for what I am calling you to. It has been to bring me glory and to use your testimony to impact those whom you encounter, those whom the Father puts in your path. This is indeed the end of this season. Many of us have already transitioned into this new season, this new promised land, and you are now experiencing this place of new beginnings. Some of you have felt like you were indeed experiencing some cold, dark days, but the Father wants you to know, and I'm here to encourage you, that you are at the beginning of spring. This is your new beginning. You are in full bloom. Just like I shared in my last video, God has done so much in us, so much that we don't even realize yet. But when he puts us in different situations, our promised land, with our spouses, in our purpose, we're going to see all that the Father has been up to. And aren't you guys excited about that? We are in full bloom. And this does not simply apply to your kingdom spouse. Like I always say, that is just the cherry on the top. That's extra added goodness. God is saying you are about to be launched into your purpose, honey. Many are already operating in their purpose, but it's going to go to greater heights. For some, it's going to be the introduction into what you now know to be your purpose. You're about to see and experience all God's been prophesying to you in this wilderness place, in your process. I'm reminded of a word that God gave me several weeks ago, and He simply said, I'm about to unleash my blessings on you. Unleash is a strong word. He said, I'm about to unleash my goodness upon you, my blessings upon you, so much so that you're going to feel overwhelmed, but it's going to be in a good way. I'll take that. Glory be to God. Even as I'm talking, this beautiful breeze is washing over me, you all, and I know it's the Holy Spirit confirming His word to me, you all. That is why I so enjoy doing these messages outside, because nature indeed prophesies. God uses His creation to confirm and to prophesy things. There's a difference, you all. You can just feel wind and be like, oh, that feels so good. But there's a difference when you recognize that it's the Holy Spirit confirming His word to you, confirming His presence, and wanting you to know He is indeed there. And even as I said that, it got stronger, you all. Glory be to God. Listen, y'all, God is doing some amazing and miraculous things right now, you all. And I'm just so excited. I know you all can tell. I feel goodness in the atmosphere. I feel so many blessings in the atmosphere. I just feel His presence so strong, you all. And I just had to come on here and just share that with you all, to share this joy, this expectancy, this excitement, this overwhelming feeling of just knowing God is up to so much, y'all. So I love you guys so very much. I pray that God uses this to bless you, encourage you, uplift you, and to confirm what He's already been saying to you. I know some of you have been hearing new beginnings, so this is your confirmation. God is indeed doing a new thing in your life, okay? So I love you guys so much. Be blessed in Jesus' mighty name. Bye-bye, guys.